Yeah, hi, I'm Rick Russ. I'm the Chief Revenue Officer and founder of Kodata. We're a distributor in the UK focused on emerging technologies, certainly around the AI space, quantum computing, modern data platforms, and also looking at tools that can help our clients to scale their business and drive out operating costs. You know, we're selling to the trade, so we're selling to users and resellers, but typically the partners that we're selling to are selling to corporates and enterprise. So normally 1,000 users plus. So they have typically very strong governance policies around making sure their data is secure, and they need to be very well informed in terms of making sure they can recover. In storage and backup's always going to be a challenge for people to manage. And I think certainly obviously the cost of ever increasing data volumes, the requirement to provide compliance and governance around that data, security, recoverability, immutability. So if you do have a ransomware attack, can you recover quickly enough? If you're looking at it from a cryptographic perspective, can you ensure that if somebody does get your data, can you ensure they can't actually read it? So there's two issues there around the sort of cyber recovery piece. One is actually getting your systems back online fast enough, and the other is making sure you haven't been compromised in terms of the data, that actually somebody can read it when you certainly wouldn't want them to be able to. I mean, I think the use cases obviously are varied, and I think at the moment people just often see object storage purely as a backup target or as an archive target, and it's fine for what it does, but it doesn't give you the flexibility that you need or necessarily the resilience that you want, and also perhaps the data sovereignty that you may want to actually be able to meet all of the different requirements that you've got. So it's a bit of other tools that are out there a bit one-dimensional, whereas what we see with Cubbit is the ability to actually deploy one platform for multiple use cases with a great degree of flexibility. I think, with Cubbit, what they have is developed a very, very good platform, which obviously they're looking to build upon. But what sets it apart for me is the flexibility and the capability to deploy a single platform for multiple use cases that makes it far more scalable and easier for either large corporate end users or service providers to be able to have a simple to use managed system, and to drive down, either to drive the service level up in terms of availability or to drive the operating cost down based upon what the business need is for the different business units that are going to be consuming this platform. So I've been dealing with object storage for 15 years. So, before it was really a thing, before Amazon S3 existed, object storage was still around, and the use cases initially were relatively limited, but obviously with the development of the S3 interface as a standard, the use cases for object storage are obviously widespread, and therefore having a single platform for our customers, our reseller partners and managed service providers, it gives them the ability to actually run all sorts of different services off one platform, but also the ability to provide different policies and different attributes to each individual service that they want to offer, all from a single managed platform, and also at a different cost point depending upon what the customer needs in terms of resilience and recoverability, whether it's 11 nines or 15 nines or whatever it happens to be. So it's about having one tool set to be able to deliver a huge array of different use cases. I think the three reasons I would suggest Cubbit as being the best platform is the security aspects in terms of the encryption before the data gets uploaded into the object store. I think that's absolutely very interesting. I think the ability to basically define policies and tenancies and also to geo-disperse the data is really interesting, so you can control exactly where it's going to reside. And I think, that whole data sovereignty piece is also becoming more and more relevant, certainly within the public sector in the UK. We intend to support them is to work with Cubbit to actually build out effectively a reference architecture and use cases to help our customers to generate new incremental revenue. At the moment, there's probably a lot of installed base out there around products like EMC or Dell EMC, ECS, for example, which has perhaps been out there for years and years, that actually could be, migrated onto a Cubbit-based platform and turned into a managed service for service providers rather than just, legacy storage that's sitting out there on customer site. So I think providing various tools and processes to help our customers migrate capacity into their cloud, which is based upon a Cubbit platform.